I've been out walking around looking for snakes today, but it is stinking hot, so it's about 5:30 in the afternoon. They probably won't be out moving on the roads till later on, closer to dark. And then I'm going to go out and see if I can find some copperheads, rat snakes, cottonmouths, maybe a timber rattler. You never know what you find crossing the road out here. But there's something else we'll talk about right now. If you live in the South, this don't mean anything because you got them everywhere, and that's fire ants. Now, up until about 10 years ago, we did not have fire ants up in this part of Oklahoma. But back then, like I said, about 8 or 10 years ago, we had a pretty severe drought up here. And people started buying their hay from more southern states where they weren't having a drought and bringing the hay up here to this part of Oklahoma and all of Oklahoma. But anyway, that hay was filled with fire ants. And inadvertently, that stocked the fire ants up here in this part of Oklahoma. So I found a bed of fire ants, and I'm going to show you that and show you how aggressive these things are. And they don't look any different than your average picnic ant, but unlike the picnic ants, these things are ferocious and they sting and all of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this fire ant bed here. This is not a very big one, but the thing is, it don't stop right there. Where this one is, it'll have roots all over this yard here, and they'll pop up in different areas. So what makes these fire ants so nasty? What makes them call that? Well, watch what happens when I take my hand across this. See how they swarm? Just everywhere. And okay, what I'm about to do, don't do this. I'm gonna take my watch off because you don't want these things up under your watch band. I'm gonna stick my hand in that and show you how quickly they will attack. And my cat's walking up now, and she'll get in it and raise a fit. But anyway, I'm going to stick my hand in there. The reason I say don't do this yourself, depending on what your allergic reaction is, some people can go into like anaphylactic shock if they get stung many times. So don't do this. I've been stung and bit by just about everything around here. So anyway, I'm going to show you how these things will just attack. So here goes. Get back. Okay, let's get them good and riled up there. Now, watch how quickly they'll get on my hand. See how long I can keep them there. Okay. And they've started stinging. Yep. See, that quick, and they're all stinging. I will have some, I'm going to get them off my hand now. But basically, what'll happen, and they don't hurt horribly. It's just more of a quantity thing instead of a single fire ant sting is nothing. The reason they call them fire ants is because their sting burns, and it's a real intense burning itch. So anyway, tomorrow, right now you don't see much on my hand, and I'm not a person that swells up much. There's still some on me. I'm not a person that swells up much from insect stings and stuff, and I've never had any kind of adverse reaction to anything like that other than just the irritation of it. But what will happen is tomorrow my hand will be covered in little red whelps. They're a pest. So anyway, get a, as you can see on my arm there, whew, they do begin to bite, and they're not big, unintimidating looking, but that's it. Tomorrow I'll have, and what they'll do is they make a little, basically it looks like a little red pimple wherever they bit you, and it will, look at there, there's still some right there. See them stinging? They'll sting over and over. So anyway, like I say, don't do that yourself, because you never, unless you've been stung before and didn't have a reaction. Some people can have reactions to them, much like someone that's allergic to bee stings or something like that. You just you never know until you get stung. So I wouldn't advise doing it on purpose. Like I say, I've been stung by these things many times, so I know I don't have an adverse reaction to it, other than the burning itch of getting stung by it. Okay, who'll give me $1 to stick my hand back in the fire ant bed? Well, okay. I'm just going to pretend a bunch of you guys said I'll give you $1 if you'll stick your hand back in the fire ant bed. Okay, here goes again. Look how quickly they get on, and they start stinging at exactly the same time. Okay, and they cling tenaciously. So anyway, wipe those buggers off. So anyway, I hope, since I didn't find any snakes, I resorted to the next best thing close to home, and that's the fire ant bed. Hope you guys enjoyed watching me stick my hand in the fire ant bed like an idiot and get stung. So anyway, until next time, you guys take care and keep your hand out of the fire ant beds.